Cool. Hello, everyone. Welcome to weekly SIG Autoscaling meeting for Monday, the 8th of July, 2024. We have got a few items on the agenda. Yalid, am I pronouncing your name correctly?
I guess, Ismail, that's you.
Oh, sorry, guys. Sorry, I was distracted. I wanted to ping for several VPA-related PRs. There are actually 3. So if you want, I can briefly mention about them. So the first one is, does it make sense if I share or someone else or the host is sharing? I'm not sure what is the.
No one's sharing. If you want to share it, and
yeah, feel free to share.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, I have to close Zoom and open it again. Yeah, if you want, yeah, you can proceed with the next topic until I reconfigure it. Sorry.
Sure. Kuba.
Hey. So I'm coming to you with the same issue as before. Thanks so much for the review, guy. I've addressed your comments. I'm still missing Maciek review on that PR, and I would also like to highlight the other one, which is the start of aligning our workload level APIs. In particular, this is about the do not disrupt or save to evict false annotation. So yeah, there's been very little progress on that ticket. I've only got some initial feedback from Carpenter, which definitely requires a lot of further discussion. So I would still want to hear the input from other cluster autoscaler stakeholders before I continue with that discussion with them. So this is to you, Maciek, and to you, Guy. Just wanted to highlight another one. That's it. Thanks.
Okay, so I will try to give the other one a look, and I'll give the website one another look over. I think the links are the wrong way around, but okay.
Yeah, I'm also currently reading the website one. Sorry, it took so long, but I'll try to finish at least the first one.
Yeah, the website one is actually very close to, I think, being aligned on, and we could submit it very soon.
Yeah, that would be good. So I think I'm the main blocking one. So I'll really focus to get it today.
Thank you.
Awesome. Ishmael, got
yeah.
permissions.
Let me try to share again. Okay. Yeah. So I wanted to ask for reviews on the following VPA, reviews and feedback on the following VPA PRs. The first one is about the admission controller. What it does is to wire the contexts in the admission controller so that when a request is timed out client side, this timeout is also respected in the VPA admission controller. Yeah, long story short, we experienced some client-side throttling related issues in our environments. You can see that the admission controller was client-side throttled for quite a long period of time, over 50 minutes, and one of the improvement points after our investigations was that right now the timeout that is being sent by the QP API server, which is 10 seconds, is not respected in the VP admission controller. So the first PR is trying to improve this aspect. Okay, if there are no questions or comments, I can proceed with the second one. Oh, oops. Yeah, the second one is actually one issue that was discussed several weeks back in the community meeting. It is about adding support for leader election for the VPA updater and recommender. Yeah, here I tried to use what is already built and used for the cluster autoscaler. So yeah, with this change, leader election should be also supported for the updater and the recommender. Okay, and the last change that I wanted to bring attention to is this PR. It's from today. Long story short here, I try to improve again the VPA admission controller and how it's finding the matching VPA for a pods. Here in the PR description, I try to explain what could be improved in the current head revision of the VPA and how. So yeah, maybe it doesn't make sense to go over all details. It should be already properly explained in the PR description. Yeah, do you have any questions to raise now, or if not, yeah, maybe the reviewers can raise them in the PRs when they have more context and more time to check offline.
Yeah, for the second one, I did a review today. I just want to give other people the opportunity to also take a look at it before I approve it. But I LGTM'd it already, so that one's fine. The third one I need to look at a bit more, and I think the first one, probably Kevin already had a few comments, but
yeah, he already
they
had
have
a
been
look,
addressed,
and
right? Okay.
Yeah, there were some neat comments, and there was also one comment for adding some kind of tests for the context timeout. Yeah, I shared my thoughts about such tests, but yeah, maybe I can also try to read more on how such tests can be added, or if someone else has an idea of a good valuable test. I had to actually look into the controller runtime library. You know, that's with this library you can also leverage webhooks, and yeah, they had no particular test for to cover that scenario. But yeah, I can also definitely think about it or try to read and upskill in that area. Yeah, thank you for the review, Marco, and appreciate it. Also, thanks to the other folks who had a look, Kevin in this case, for this PR.
Yeah, thanks.
Okay, I think that's it from my side.
Awesome, thanks. I guess related, Adrian.
Hi. So I think this was brought up a few weeks ago, but it seems as though the VPA project doesn't have a lot of people with enough capacity to be on top of the pull requests and the issues. And I wonder if there's a way where you can solve that. The only thing that comes to mind for me is some sort of triage process to at least try and clear the backlog. I don't know. It just seems like the current reviews are stretched quite thin, and we need some help somehow.
Yeah, so I guess for a bit of context, there've been some changes in terms of the engineers sort of working on it on the Google side, sort of within the recent past. I think those people have now sort of got ramped up, where we've got, I think, all the wiring together on the release side. We're also, let me just double check the state of PRs. But we have tried to improve that. Like we do know it is a problem. It's the same, but you know, we have problems for other bits as well. I think potentially a triage process would be helpful. I think the problem is going to be needing to identify sort of who takes the lead on that. To be honest, it would probably be useful for our CA side of things as well as the other sub projects that we have. Because yeah, we've added Marco as well within sort of the last month to the approvers on the VPA as well. So I think we are in a healthier place than we've been for a while now. I think we're up to 5 approvers, maybe 4 of them active.
Sure, that is good to know.
If more people are who've been involved for a while are wanting to start moving up that reviewers, approvers, etc. ladder, we would definitely take the extra volunteers seriously. It would be much appreciated. I don't know if we want to follow up on potentially proposing what a triage process might look like, rather than just leaving it floating for another few weeks. But
in another SIG that I'm in, they meet for an hour, so they have more time. But they go through a process. I think they set aside about 10-15 minutes at the beginning of each meeting to go through unassigned tasks and do the whole triage thing. I do think having an hour meeting to meet does kind of give you that luxury. So I don't know if that would really fit into a shorter half-an-hour meeting.
I feel it's unlikely, yeah. Given some meetings we do full on hit the half-hour. Maybe we look at least initially a couple of standalone meetings to try and burn down some of the existing backlog. Try and maybe ad hoc extend this meeting for an hour. I'm not sure what others' schedules are like. I occasionally have time after this, but this usual half hour. But
it would probably make.
Let's.
I thought maybe it would make sense to have like schedule separate meetings really if we want to try to do burn down for different components, because the set of people is going to be different, and probably there is not that much sense in having it in one go.
Yeah, I agree. I for one am more interested in VPA than the other things, and so I think multiple meetings might make sense for different audiences.
Yeah, agreed. Do we want to? Should we continue this then in a thread on the SIG Autoscaling Slack channel, and see what groups are interested in each of the components, see what we can do in terms of scheduling. Awesome. Cool. That was all we had on the agenda for the moment. Is there anything else anyone wants to raise?
So I think we've been skipping the looking at the test grid for a while, because it has this skip annotations regarding CA tests. But I think for about a week or something, our VPA tests for the admission control are failing. And this is related to the certificate reload feature, I guess, where we had a problem that the default installation YAMLs we provide already included the parameter which had not been released yet, and then we had to remove it. And I think about then the tests started to fail because they assume using that YAML is fine, and you configure certificate reloading to be true. But I guess I'll probably just open an issue for now, so we don't lose track of this. But this may be a hint to every once in a while take a look at this stuff.
Yeah, agreed. I will remove that flag. I think we can, if we see the CA tests failing before the major PR has been merged, then fine. But I think it's still valuable, like you say, to look at the others, given that there have been changes there. Cool. Anything else from anyone else for this week? I'll take that as no. I guess for those interested in follow-up triage meetings, talk to you on Slack. Otherwise, thanks very much, everyone, and see you all next week.